Steel material in Ansys programming design language. Defining a steel material property. In this chapter of education, I want to explain about steel material. Steel material in civil engineering, a popular construction material. Steel material are used in civil engineering in various forms, such as different type of profile, plate, rebar, and etc. Due to the high performance of this material in civil engineering, a separate section of the training will be dedicated to reviewing how to define the material in linear and nonlinear state using different methods. In general, there are two general approaches to steel material modeling in Ansys. First approach is to consider the linear part of the strain stress curve in steel material. And the second approach is to consider the linear and nonlinear part of a stress strain curve of a steel material. To define the linear part of a stress strain curve of a steel material in Ansys, we need two parameters or K input, E or Young modulus, No or Poisson ratio, and rho or density of steel material. There are two general methods for defining the nonlinear part of a stress strain curve of a steel material in Ansys. First method is the bilinear method model of the stress strain curve of a steel material, and the second method is the multilinear model for a stress strain curve of the steel material. In the bilinear method, in addition to the parameter defining the steel material in linear form, Young modulus, Poisson ratio, and density, we must define two basic parameters, the yield stress and tangent modulus of the steel material. Tangent modulus is the slope of the second part of the bilinear stress strain curve of the steel material according to this diagram. But in multilinear method, similar to bilinear method, we first define the parameter required to define the steel material in the linear part of the steel stress strain curve or diagram. Thus, to define the nonlinear part of the diagram similar to the diagram, we must supply the stress strain coordinate of the steel material based on the laboratory steel test result. The most important point in defining this stress strain curve in Ansys is the coordinate of the first point of diagram, which must be according to Hooke's law. I will present these calculations to you in Ansys APDL, Graphic User Interface Environment, and in Ansys Command. As I said, steel material is used in civil engineering in various forms, such as plate or profile, rebar, tools, and stainless steel material. In this educational video, for each application of steel material, we will define an example with material ID number 1 to material ID number 12. In linear and two method of nonlinear material modeling according to this diagram in Ansys software. And at the end of this video tutorial, I will teach you how to copy defined material Ansys code or command in text file for saving and running in use for feature. Now run Ansys APDL software. We have a tutorial video on start a job in Ansys. I recommended you to watch it. For defining a steel material in Ansys main menu per processor, material props, click on material model. Define material model behavior dialog box is divided into two parts. The left side lists the material model that have already been defined for the analysis. You can add a new material model by clicking on material menu and the new model. The default reference number for each new material model will be the maximum currently defined material reference number plus 1, unless you specify a different number. Click on OK for define material ID 2. The right side of the material models window is a menu tree that lists the available material model organized by physics, linearity, and